tested and I am testing, and there are testes that we are testing.
Carmen, put your phone away, ma'am. It's grind time. Why are you face facing? Accept, succeed. Accept, succeed. Be a woman. You can't do a lot of things here in America. So,
So much of the nation just observed a national holiday that was dubbed Thanksgiving. Boo, right? Okay. I was looking up some YouTube videos about Native American speakers who gave their perspective on the history of the holiday, right? And I learned a lot. I still have a whole lot to learn. One of the things that I learned about, I think we're all familiar that we've been taught a mythology of America versus a history of America. Thanks, April. And yeah. And so one of the things that I learned was about Abraham Lincoln, who was the president who made Thanksgiving a national holiday. I think. It also, I might have been a little inebriated while looking at this history, so look it up yourself and, fact-checked me too. But anyways, he's often celebrated, as a really great president because of, the Emancipation Proclamation and all of that. But actually,
he helped slaves though.
But I was gonna add to that. I don't think he did, but most of the founding fathers did. Absolutely.
No, he did.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware. You see, I didn't even fucking know that. But anyway, he was the one that made it a Thanksgiving a national holiday after executing 38 Dakota Native Americans. And it was in the tradition of often white settlers would kill a bunch of Native Americans to reclaim the Promised Land, right? There's also a Christian ideology of like the Promised Land and American exceptionalism that got tied together. And they would do that, and then they would call it Thanksgiving because they would give thanks for the land that they have just conquered and stolen from Native people. And he made it a national holiday.
Everybody give her a round of applause. Don't be awkward. That was a fucking free history lesson. I bet y'all weren't expecting that tonight. Like, you came like, oh,
I know, everybody's having fun. I'm like, let me throw a sobering blanket upon all of this. But I mean, it was cool because I got to think about it in terms of myself. Think about how, in terms of yourself, you have gained comfort from the mythology of American exceptionalism. But I mean, of course, a lot of us are also at the same time oppressed by it. With that said, we are Las Skagaleras. You can also call us Los Skagaleros.
Whatever y'all want to call it.
You could probably also call us Lux Skagaleros. Sorry, I'm not very good at that. But yeah, we got some non-binary folks in here too. So, yeah, we're gonna sing some political songs for y'all.
But they're in jazz form, free form jazz.
I'm going to enjoy my beer from this fantastical koozie available to you from your local Fantastico merchandise dealers.
I don't know if y'all have tried these Natty Lights. They're really good. I love them.
Marco, is Natty Light motherfucking paying me right now or something?
No,
Some
but I
shit.
should be sponsored. Natty Light sponsored me.
This song is about the working class, and we have a video on YouTube. If you want to check it out, it's called Two Tales
So
of
it's
the Working
technically
Class.
for every single one of you guys.
She was told shit, getting early every day and bitch with that she called shit. But it quit cause I know that she's out of funds. It was until her car broke down, she asked for a favor. Didn't make it to work on time, this car's overheated. Got the boss hand over, don't be late, you know you're needed. If you don't show up, don't come back, just get another car. And I thought that you were stuck, she just won't get you fucked.
He did not know what to expect, but his over super high. They wasn't children's puzzles and men look like you like I. Take a memory up and then he doesn't know what to do. He can't himself to sleep at night, he's never been a girl. Then it's a good to work out, giving that shit about his job. The boss said for smiling or just get the hell out.
Anyone ever called you a cunt before? Yeah, I was just asking. No, I'm kidding. I was going to talk about it for a second. Yeah, me too. Typically, usually, often, it is when something that we're doing is being perceived as not conforming to the idea of what a person assigned female at birth is supposed to be doing. So
we can take cunt today. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a song where we get to do that. Everybody, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You didn't get it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3.
cut.
Yeah, we get to say it.
No, okay, we don't require any of your energy from you. If everyone wants to turn around and face the other direction and just fart in our general area,
Stop telling people.
we'd be honored. You're like speaking for yourself. turtles at the convention center.
Only for those two. Okay. or we all die.
All right. Everybody's feeling funky fresh. How does that one thing go where oh yeah. It's like, is everyone still letting me talk right now? How does that go again? It's like, oh yeah, ain't that fresh? Everybody wants to get down like that, right? But like, there's another part behind it.
So has anybody tried those natty lights?
OMG.
They're so good. I remember when I sold that for tequila at Flying Walrus. Remember when the guy was like making me promote it? Oh yeah, try this Patron. It's so good. And then like he gave us all a shot, so it's kind of cool. Worth it.
So like, there's another video of us on YouTube. Used to live in this other house in McAllen, and we were like just having a little video. Jeff Antons did both of our.
This guy, Jeff.
So he's right here.
I was like, he's around somewhere.
Everybody look at him.
Everybody stare at Jeff. He's right there. He hates it.
It's called Infinitely. That's the next song that we're gonna play for you. If you want to hold hands with somebody and squeeze their hand a little bit, this is the song to do it. Consensually, of course. This is the one where like we're not mad at the system. We're just vaguely missing somebody.
I miss her flying.
Yeah.
truth. My time is cheap, and my actions speak for louder and more true. Only the truth. Give it up for Devin Diddy! Atomic Abram on trumpet! Which mic is giving us so much feedback? Is it this one? This one doesn't even work.
It's the one that belongs to you, Marco.
Never.
It is because of you.
Never.
You give way too much feedback, man.
Tone it down on your feedback. So, how's everybody doing?
Pirate's life is life for me. How love to sail the bounding sea. We never ever do a thing about the weather because the weather never ever does a thing for me.
I was thinking me was the last word. I don't know.
Ooh, should I throw back to a joke? Right? Okay, here we go. This is the one. Ooh, you know what? No, never mind. They're all really long.
Who wants to hear a Mel joke? Raise your hand.
Not a lot of people. I don't
Okay,
think
one
so.
more time. Who wants to hear a Mel joke? Raise your hand.
Okay.
Okay, I was counting all the people that did raise their hand.
Okay, I'll do that joke. Okay. It might maybe be because like I learned this like in high school, and now that I think about it, okay, because it's in like an Italian accent, and I don't know if that's like offensive. Italians are white, right? And white people can make fun of white people, or like I don't know. It's okay, right? Okay, here we go. An Italian person's gonna like punch me in the alley later.
Fuck you, I don't like your joke.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to Malta, and it's the name of the joke is the Italian man who went to Malta, and I'm mad. Okay, so I'm going to Malta, and I go to the hotel room, and oh no, fuck. And I'm looking to eat the breakfast, and I tell the waitress who comes, and she's like, "What do you want for breakfast?" And I tell her, my Italian accent sucks by the way, and I tell her, "Oh, I want two pieces of toast." And then she's like, she come in, okay, I want 2 pieces of toast. And she come by, she bring me only 1 piece. And I'm like, hey, what the hell, I want 2 pieces. And she's like, if you want a piece, then go to the toilet. And I'm like, no, you don't understand me, I want a 2 piece on my plate. And she's like, you better not piece on my plate, you son of a bitch. And he's like, what are you telling me a son of a bitch for? I never even go to the beach. And she's like, okay, it didn't go well. So then I'm like, oh no, now it's dinner time, and I go to eat the dinner. God. And then the person is like, they come by and they bring me a spoon and a knife, but no fork. And I was like, hey, I need a fork. And she's like, everybody need a fork. And I'm like, no, you don't understand me. I need a fork on my plate. And I need a fork on the table. And she's like, you better not fork on the table, you son of a bitch. And I'm like, oh my God, so no. And so I'm like, this is too much for me. I go back to the hotel room and take a nap time. And I go to the bed and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to take a nap, but there's no sheets on my bed. So I call the manager and I'm like, hey, I need a sheet. And they're like, you need a sheet? Then go to the toilet. And I'm like, no, you don't understand me. I need a sheet on the bed. And he's like, you better not sheet on my bed, you son of a bitch.
And that's the last time. Oh, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck this place. I'm getting out of Malta. And I go to check out, and I tell the man at the hotel room, hey, I'm checking out and leaving Malta. And he's like, okay, man. Well, hey, peace on you, man. And I'm like, well, peace on you too, you son of a bitch. I'm going back to Italia. Arrivederci. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna go bury myself in the alley back there. Okay?
That was good. That was good.
They couldn't ban the rich or the middle class person, so they specifically targeted the marginalized and the poor, all because of the Hyde Amendment.
And on the theme of access to abortion for our community, it's something that means a lot to the members of this band. It's something that means a lot to somebody that you love. What was that? I saw it on the internet and I thought it was real good. It was like, be careful of who you hate because it might be somebody that you love. And it's so true.
I hate everyone.
There's a signal, I see it. They're not working. Mike,
This one's for the escorts at... Yeah, this one is for the escorts at... Whole Women's Health! Morning at the clinic! Escorts right to shine! All the quickness we go! And you can tell the line! We do it so much bullshit! Right from the front line! We're all on it daily! So do as times we say! Salty only in your way of hope! Get out! Anti-human religion to shit! Get out! Creepy male that comes to harass! Get out! If you're here to
Love you. Dude, super freaking excited for the return of Angela and the X's, or the reunion, I guess I should say. It's so awesome to see all the beautiful people out here tonight to support that. Beautiful. Oh shit, sorry. Woo.
Goes out to everybody that crossed the river, including myself. Everybody, I don't know if y'all have ancestors in the river, but this goes out to all the raza. California, Washington, Oklahoma, Mexico, Illinois, New Orleans, Chicago, what up, dude? California, Washington, Oklahoma, Mexico, Illinois, New Orleans, Chicago, what up, dude? No estoy brincando cerca cuando me está mirando. Esta ley migratoria nunca no será. Sin malas condiciones hacen verso ahí. Cuando hay que porque la policía no ayuda. California, Washington, Oklahoma, Mexico, Illinois, New Orleans, Chicago, what up, dude? Give it up for Carter! You guys can stop the little dancing.
Pausing the dancing until the continuation of the dancing again to correct you on that, Marco. Yeah, Marco.
That and that and that and that.
Thank you. We play fight a lot, and then sometimes we actually fight.
And that and that.
But I think there's a lot of
and that.
Fuck the cops! And fuck the border patrol too.
Look at where we're at it, ICE too. And the sheriff. And the constables. great.
As we face the winter solstice, I encourage everybody to remember your worth. Remember that you don't have to feel pressured to participate in consumerism, to show appreciation and love for the people who are close to you. And if you have toxic family members, practice honoring your heart and saying no to family gatherings.
Damn, like Mel's been on point like fucking all night. It's ready, it's badass, I like it. We're doing it.
And even though we have our differences, we got a lot of great people tonight here at Angela and the X's. So do you know what, guys? At least we all have each other.
Bueno, Skagaleros, stay tuned for Angela and the X's.
Stay tuned for Angela and the X's. Also, right now I'm gonna show you a little merch shirt that we got. Hold on.